they know, like, if something crazy is going on, if they send it to me, I'll make sure it get out there. Like, as far as this 50.com is concerned.
From backstage drama to big revelations, this is all you need to know about 50 Cent exposes dark new footage that will put Diddy in prison. The hip-hop scene is abuzz with a hot scoop that could really shake things up. Guess who's at the center of it? Yup, you got it, 50 Cent. He says he's got some exclusive footage that might put Diddy behind bars. And this bombshell drops right in the middle of a bunch of other accusations flying at the hip-hop big shot, from a lawsuit by Cassie to some pretty serious claims going way back to 1991. In this video, we're gonna break down the deets on 50 Cent's special info. We'll check out where he got all this inside info, look at the heavy stuff Cassie's laying down on Diddy, and figure out what this could mean for the big shot in hip-hop. Let's get straight into it. Let's rewind a bit and get the backstory on how 50 Cent got the 411 on Diddy. Back in 2010, when most folks didn't have a clue about the skeletons in Diddy's closet, 50 Cent was already onto him. See, Fifth has been throwing shade at Diddy for years, but it didn't stick until Cassie came into the picture. Cassie dropped a lawsuit bomb on Diddy, talking about physical abuse and some seriously shady stuff he'd been up to for years. But here's the kicker. 50 Cent tried to spill the beans back in 2010 during an interview. He blurted out that he got some explicit pics of Cassie on his phone. Shocked, he called up Diddy asking, "What's the deal with these pics?" Now, these weren't just regular pics, we're talking way worse. Like, seriously bad stuff. Diddy's response? He didn't deny it, instead just thanked 50 Cent for the heads up. But here's where it gets weird. 50 Cent didn't know who sent him those pics. He called up Diddy and asked about the girl, and Diddy confirmed she was his. The whole thing smelled fishy to 50 Cent, like someone wanted those pics to go public and figured he was the guy to do it. So, back in 2010, when 50 Cent spilled the beans, everyone kind of shrugged it off. Fast forward to now, after Cassie's lawsuit, and suddenly folks are paying attention to what 50 Cent was saying all those years ago. It's like he had a crystal ball or something. This interview that was buried in the archives has resurfaced, and now people are connecting the dots. Now, let's zoom in on what's really shaking up Diddy's world, Cassie's lawsuit. So, Cassie, the R&B singer, dropped a bomb on Diddy by filing a lawsuit towards the end of 2023. She spilled the beans on everything, and I mean everything, in some chilling detail. We're talking about years of physical abuse, getting pushed into bed with male escorts, and all sorts of messed up stuff. Cassie settled this outside of the courtroom, and Diddy had to cough up a hefty $30 million to make it all go away. But here's the real kicker. Once this lawsuit hit the scene, fans went full-on detective mode. They started digging through Diddy's socials like it was a treasure hunt. That video of Diddy scolding Cassie while she's all covered up? Suddenly, it's not a joke anymore. Now, people are looking at it like, what do you have to say for yourself now, Diddy? What's wild is that 50 Cent wasn't shocked at all. Back in 2010, when he was dropping hints about Diddy's shady dealings, he already knew about Cassie's situation. He tried warning everyone, but back then, people just brushed it off as 50 Cent being a hater. In an interview, he spilled the beans about getting some explicit pictures of Cassie on his phone. And we're not talking about your regular pics. We're talking way worse, like stuff you can't unsee. Shocked and probably thinking, what the heck is going on? 50 Cent rang up Diddy for an explanation. Sent him the girl's pictures and everything. Diddy's response? Instead of freaking out, he just thanked 50 Cent, like it was a casual exchange. Now, here's where it gets crazy. 50 Cent didn't even know who sent him those pictures. He called up Diddy, asked about the girl, and Diddy confirmed she was his. But the thing is, Fifth didn't know the source of those pictures, and something in his gut told him things weren't right. Even when he straight up asked Diddy if he was really into Cassie like that, Diddy confirmed it. So, 50 Cent sent him those jaw-dropping photos, and Diddy, instead of being furious, was just like, thanks, man. Appreciate it. Where'd you get these from? It's like Fifth was unknowingly part of some twisted game, where someone wanted these pictures out there, and they thought 50 Cent would be the perfect messenger. Back in 2010, when this interview dropped, people didn't take it too seriously. They thought 50 Cent was just stirring the pot or being a jealous rival. But now, with all the craziness Cassie's lawsuit revealed, folks are looking at that 2010 interview in a whole new light. It's like 50 Cent had a front row seat to Diddy's shady moves, and now, it's all coming back to haunt Diddy in a big way. Now, let's dive deep into the real heavy stuff. the serious allegations against Diddy that Cassie laid out in her lawsuit. So, Cassie didn't just settle for calling it quits with a $30 million check. She spilled some disturbing details that make you question what's been going on behind closed doors in Diddy's world. According to Cassie's lawsuit, Diddy wasn't exactly winning any Father of the Year awards. Instead, he was accused of some pretty messed up things. I'm talking about physical abuse, forcing Cassie into intimate encounters with male escorts, and the whole shebang being filmed while Diddy did his thing in the corner. It's not the kind of story you hear every day, and it's making people's jaws drop. Now, when you connect the dots with what 50 Cent was saying back in 2010, it starts to paint a picture. Those explicit pictures he got his hands on? It's looking like Diddy might have been using them to keep Cassie under his thumb. Cassie spilled the beans, and it's not a pretty picture. Diddy, allegedly, keeping these pictures for some serious blackmail. Here's another shocker. Fans should have probably seen this coming. Remember when Diddy offered Cassie a 10-year music deal? Well, now it's making folks think it was all a setup. Diddy might have lured her in with dreams of being a music artist, only to trap her in a cycle of abuse. Now, some might say, why didn't Cassie just leave? But when you look at what's been revealed in this lawsuit, it's clear she was stuck in a messed up situation. Gina, who, one of Diddy's exes, isn't holding back either. She claims Diddy stomped on her stomach, grabbed her hair, and even paid her off to get an abortion. It's not just one isolated incident. It's a disturbing pattern of behavior. And when it comes to Kim Porter, the mother of Diddy's kids, things take a dark turn. Some say she died of pneumonia, but according to Jaguar Wright, there's more to the story. Jaguar hints at a first coroner's report ruling it a homicide, with toxins suggesting she might have been poisoned. But the shocker doesn't end there. Kirk Burrows, who had an interview with Wendy Williams, tells a tale about how Diddy got Wendy fired from Hot 97. Why? Because she had a picture of Diddy and was ready to spill the beans on air. It's not just about relationships, it's about Diddy making sure his image stays intact, no matter the cost. And remember the time Diddy tried to mess with Short, Cat Williams, and even tried calling up R. Kelly? It's not just about advances, it's about control and keeping things in check. Wendy Williams' story echoes the same tune. Diddy going after someone who dared to reveal what was really going on. It's not a wild story for a chance in the spotlight. It's a pattern of silencing those who might expose the real Diddy. Gene Deal's account of Diddy's weird encounter at a hotel room, with people grabbing trunks and folks getting thrown on pianos, shows a picture of what was going down behind closed doors. The truth is, it's not just one or two voices speaking up. It's a chorus of people sharing their experiences and connecting the dots. It's like a puzzle revealing a darker side to one of hip-hop's biggest names. As more stories unfold, it's becoming clear that this isn't just a random set of accusations. It's a pattern of behavior that's been hiding in plain sight for far too long. And that's the lowdown on the hip-hop scene, which is buzzing with revelations and accusations that are shaking the foundations of Diddy's empire. From Cassie's lawsuit exposing disturbing details to 50 Cent's prior warnings that seemed like a crystal ball into Diddy's world, it's clear that there's more beneath the surface. This story is far from over, and we'll be here to bring you all the latest twists and turns as they unfold. Stay tuned.